One Water Street is one of Kelowna's most recognizable downtown condo buildings. It's also the most searched building on my website. To put it into perspective, the One Water page was viewed 10,000 times last year. The second most viewed building was 4,500. If you're watching this video, you've probably already looked at One Water Street on KelownaCondos.ca, so let me tell you what the website can't. I'm Mark, and I created the Kelowna Condos website to make looking for a condo or townhome easier. Today, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about One Water Street, who the building is perfect for, who should absolutely avoid it, and what you need to watch for if you're considering buying here. I'm also going to give you a tour of the amenities, so let's get into it. Here are the building details. The units range from studios to 3 bedrooms. Here's something that I'll point out. If you're looking for a lake view, you're going to want a 2-bedroom or larger because very few 1-bedrooms have a south-facing lake view. Now, what makes One Water Street so popular is the amenities and the location. Sunset Drive has always been a great downtown location, but One Water Street completely changed the vibe. I think this has to do with how the building sits back from the road. It creates a really nice open area in front of it, in my opinion, pleasing to the eye, and there's a bunch of nice restaurants there. Then there are the amenities. Yes, I know the pools have definitely had some issues over the last few years, but the end is near. I'm going to talk more about this in a few minutes. Now, this isn't a building that has the most amenities, because lately you're going to see buildings with a laundry list of amenities, including theaters, golf simulators, even wine tasting rooms. But what makes the amenities at One Water so great is the layout of what they call the bench. To me, it looks and it feels like you're in a resort hotel. The gym has 15 or 20 foot ceilings. Outside, from the 2 pools to the barbecue areas and the pickleball court. The bench is what makes One Water the most popular building on my website and in the Okanagan. Here's who I typically see buying in this building and why it works for them. First, the downsizer. I've helped empty nesters sell their family home in Kelowna and then move here. They like the walkability, they really want the view, and they also like the idea of the amenities for when their grandkids visit. Second, the work from home professional. If you work from home, this could be incredibly appealing. You can get a quick workout in at lunch, or you can meet someone downstairs at Analog for coffee. Side note, if you like coffee and you've never been to Analog, you should definitely put it on your must-try list. Third, the second home buyer. I've helped people from Calgary who want a Kelowna condo as their second home. Now, these are buyers who greatly contribute to our downtown economy. They're not vacation owners who rent it out on Airbnb. Those people contribute too, but just in a different way. I might add that Airbnb isn't allowed in One Water. Let me be straight with you about who this building is not for, and also some potential downsides. Because after 24 years, I've learned that you buy the building as much as you buy the unit. First is the parking on Sunset Drive can be a real issue. If you have 2 cars, but only 1 stall, you're almost certainly going to have to pay for off-site parking. There are units with 2 stalls in One Water, but most are tandem stalls, meaning that you have to move 1 car to get the other one out. Some people find this super annoying. Second, you're paying a premium. If amenities aren't a priority for you, you're going to get more value next door at 1151 Sunset. The price per square foot at One Water is averaging $808 a square foot. At 1151 next door, it's averaging $680 a square foot. For a 1,000 square foot condo, that's $128,000. Third, rules and fines. If you're a person who doesn't like rules, this is not a building for you. This is a heavily fined building. If you drive away from the parkade without waiting for the door to close behind you, you're getting a fine. If you don't clean up after your dog, you're going to get a fine. Truth be told, both of these are valid issues. Nobody wants to have their bike stolen from the parkade or step in dog poop. Fourth, people online complain about the building issues. I've included this because I know that people are going to talk about it in the comments. Since the building was occupied, they've had issues with the heating system. I don't have firsthand knowledge of this, but I know it's not every unit. It's some of them. As of this video, I don't know if it's all been worked out or not. The other issue is that the pools have been problematic for the last few years. The developer has tried multiple times to fix them. Finally, he just decided to completely rip them out and redo them. But don't worry, this is all at the developer's cost. I've heard that the adult pool was opened in 2025, and the other one, the family pool, it should be finished before summer 2026. Let's look at the amenities. And to be honest, they're incredible. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of amenities. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't want to have to pay a lot more for a small pool or a subpar gym. But the One Water amenities, they're definitely not subpar. Let's start with the pools. There are two pools. One is a rectangular pool in the southwest corner of the building. This is an adult pool for exercise more than recreation. The other pool is between the two towers. This is the largest pool that I've seen in the Okanagan. It even has an attached lounging area that's a few feet deep. This is what makes it feel like a resort. There are also two gyms. 1191 has your typical gym with all the strength training and cardio equipment. 1181 has some Pilates equipment, some cardio machines, and a bar for dancers. The bench also has a dog run, barbecues, and a pickleball court. Inside 1191, there's a party room, there's a few meeting offices, and a boardroom. And there's also a couple of guest suites. So when family visits, they can stay right in the building. They do need to be booked well in advance via the building's calendar. If you're seriously considering One Water Street, here's what I tell my clients to pay attention to. The southwest facing Lakeview is incredible, but it can be pretty hot in the late afternoon. The good thing is, though, is that your heating and cooling bill is fixed at $99 a month. So you don't have to pay a fortune to stay cool in the summer. Always, and I mean always, read the strata documents, including the depreciation report. The strata package for One Water Street is pretty extensive, which means that it's even more important to read it and to know exactly what's in there. Another thing is that some of the units in the northwest corner, they experience a lot of wind. So you want to make sure that your patio furniture is secured on the balcony with some type of weight system. They also don't allow glass furniture on the patios. So that's One Water Street. Is it right for you? That depends on what you value and what you want your lifestyle to look like. If you want to see current listings, floor plans, and detailed building information for One Water Street and every other condo building in Kelowna, head to KelownaCondos.ca. That's my website. And I've literally spent thousands of hours building it to be the most comprehensive resource in Kelowna and West Kelowna. If you're looking for a realtor to help you buy a condo in One Water Street or any other condo, reach out. I'd love to help you because condos are my thing. I'm Mark with Remax Kelowna, and I'll see you in the next one.